Kraig Facts. Kraig Facts. Kraig Facts.
You hate criticism. You let a man cartwheel and punch you and said you wasn't living with him. They show out around you, won't do a thing about it. Thugging and harmonizing, watch them sing about it. You have a white mind. You think blacks are lazy and mix in Kool-Aid with they white wine. And that's the thing about it, can't even talk to you. Ghost of a real nigga, watch me walk through you. You fight your girl, man, cuss out the mailman. Go to jail and become a trail man. And that's the thing about it, God dropped you a breath mint out the sky, said take this, and I'll think about it.
You know what time it is? It's the Kraig Smith, and I host Roast the Host. Yeah, my damn beanie just fell off. Oh, you think it's funny? Well, look, if you want to really laugh, March 29th, Saturday night, we'll be having a live roast. Me, Boo Capone, the Roast the Host crew, Todd Otto, and everybody you see here in studio. All you got to do is purchase the live stream, and you'll see us behind the paywall. There'll be limited spaces in the live stream. We only letting 400 people in. Purchase your ticket now. Gawd.
That nigga Boo sprinkled garbage in his blunts.
That nigga look like a nice ass shoe. I joined a weightlifting game called the Spotters.
Boo got real dirt on his toothbrush.
Y'all hear David Arnold. Y'all give us David Arnold looking at. This motherfucker.
Old ass Boo broke a promise to Sam Cooke. Big eye Boo, the only nigga that can see is goatee. You can see that motherfucker.
Look like a beast bum doctor.
Beast bum doctor. Hey, your family gave up on you, nigga.
I know they did.
You go a whole day with no text or voicemail notification.
Man, so the WNBA is having open tryouts for male practice players.
I want to play.
I want to play so bad.
The game.
Oh my God! I think I'm going to the tryout. The tryout is actually coming up in like a week, right?
Oh.
What day is the tryout? The tryout is when?
Oh man.
What day is this tryout so I can make sure I'm ready, man?
They haven't been specific. They said next month.
I think this is genius marketing, and it's whoever came up with this concept. I mean, what better practice players to play against for a female basketball team than men? That is so smart, dog.
How many people on a team though? Like how many players? How many roster spots are available for me to get on this Sparks practice squad?
I don't know, but I think they need to get a 5, at least 5 to 7 dudes. That's man.
I'm playing all defense. I don't need the ball.
How much would you sign for?
I'll take minimum wage.
You do minimum, so $15 an hour?
It's 15 now.
It depends on the city, but
I'll take 20 an hour.
Would you quit your job if they paid you double what you're making at your job now? Would you go be a practice player for the Sparks?
If they pay me the same as they're paying me right now, yeah, I'll take that job.
That's real spit.
No, because of the connection.
I don't know how we could do post plays without arousal.
That would be difficult because
some of them women got big booties and incredible bodies.
Yeah.
I still remember back in middle school days that I was playing soccer with like an older girl, and like she knew what she was doing. Like she stopped, and like I cornered her trying to take the ball.
Cornered her. You know that's illegal to corner a woman against her will. You better not be cornering bitches out here
on the soccer field. In the gym.
No, in the court, I cornered her.
Yeah.
I was in between lines.
I was getting hard, but she kept playing. She kept playing.
I was really hard.
She knew you was hard.
Yeah, no way. She didn't know.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Because we kept playing.
She felt the thumb. They do. They like that. I mean, they act like they don't. I mean, shit. They probably be measuring.
We are scumbags, bro.
She was older than me.
There's
I'm the victim.
No way I can compete with a woman that's attractive in any type of physical sporting. I know it makes me a primitive thinker, but I'm just a man. We all fall down. I cannot participate in co-ed sports without thinking about smashing the chicks.
She could be unattractive. It's the pheromones. We out here sweating. We in the field. You ever played flag football co-ed?
Right.
What are we doing here? Like, come on.
And then they get turned on. When you dominate them, they get turned on.
Yeah.
So if you posting her up, you say, bitch, get the fuck out the way. Another layup, bitch. You might as well fire your trainer because it ain't nothing you can do about this. Ugh.
As an adult, have you played basketball against a woman?
No. Would you let your girl go hoop with the fellas if she was good?
No.
But what if she was good, like nice?
Am I in that court?
Nah, you just at the house. Otto coming to pick her up.
You want to go to the
My girl can't hang with the fellas, man.
one-on-ones?
Here are the only sports, in my opinion, that co-ed play is acceptable. Right? Sport number 1, ultimate frisbee.
Fair.
It's a co-ed sport. They have leagues with teams composed of men and women that compete together. Ultimate frisbee, I can see that. But I still might have to be on the team.
I don't think so.
Because that could be a way for a dude to get your bitch. Hey, y'all both come try out. And they cut you and leave your girl on the team to show that they're above you type shit. You know, ultimate frisbee is still not acceptable, but
And it's not fair either.
what's not fair?
Ultimate frisbee, there's a lot of running, routes and shit.
Really?
Yeah, so it wouldn't be fair.
Okay. Right. Because they still have to be able to be as fast as a guy and as physical.
I mean, but
And hands,
it
too.
levels out, though. I mean,
Right.
if you got mixed team versus mixed team, then you just got great players and average players.
Right.
And sorry players.
Kickball.
Kickball.
Co-ed sport. You got to be there, or can your girl be on the team with guys and you at the house chilling with the children?
If that's the scenario, there's no sport that she can do with the guys.
There is none. Yeah.
Hey man, let me
What
tell you
about
something.
volleyball? Beach volleyball.
Never.
Again, like
Beach volleyball.
you're basically in a bikini, and there's slap ass in volleyball.
Right.
Man or female, there's a lot of slap ass.
Right.
So you cannot have that. But going back to kickball, it's a dangerous sport to play in high school. I had in middle school. I had a teacher who had a baby. They played kickball, hit her in the stomach, lost the baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
This is lying.
I'm not lying.
For real?
It was a thing because in my school we played kickball during
Right.
recess, and it was a story that was told to me like, you know that teacher? Yeah, she lost a baby because of kickball. I cannot believe the game is not banned.
Did you ask the teacher that?
No, I didn't.
See, because the students be making up shit all the time. They don't be knowing what the fuck going on. She could have an
Why
abortion
would
or
they lie
something.
about a dead baby?
But we don't
Is
know.
that
Kids.
neglect?
Huh?
Is that neglect? Should that be child abuse? Should a woman that loses a baby because she's playing competitive kickball, should she be
wasn't
incarcerated for child abuse?
She wasn't playing. She was just walking around.
She caught a stray, a
She caught
kickball
a
stray.
Yeah. A foul ball.
That's some cold
Foul
shit.
ball.
That's what.
Dang.
I don't know about her chances of getting into heaven.
Well, any other sports?
Huh?
Any other sports?
What are
What?
the other sports that
Oh,
men
yeah,
and women
yeah,
can play
yeah.
together?
We said volleyball. Co-ed softball. If you playing softball pregnant, you should go to prison. There should be a different prison for pregnant women. Because pregnant bitches commit crimes. These niggas look alike now. I know a bitch that used to sell dope pregnant in Pasadena. In the King's Manors.
But
And
the
this bitch
baby-
had 1/4 ounces down to dubs.
But does pregnant mean you got to sit down and do nothing?
She was, that bitch used to be 8 months pregnant curb service.
Oh,
Looking around for the police. Yeah, I know a bitch that's so dope pregnant. I'm talking about crack cocaine.
so you got to do what you got to do.
I know a bitch ran from the police pregnant. She dropped the dope and was.
You know women that smoke and drink pregnant?
I've seen them smoking weed.
Cigarettes.
A homegirl I grew up with, it really made me lose respect for her. I still love her, but I'm like, I stopped being around her. She was smoking weed every day. And her baby came out normal, which is crazy. Her baby came out normal.
You stop smoking weed when?
No.
No.
Try to get my wife to stop too, smoking cigarettes. Did the first one, second one, she kind of
smoking while she was pregnant?
Renege toward the end sometimes. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'd rather smoke weed than tobacco.
I'd rather my baby be high with bad lungs. At least you're getting something out of it.
I think the first 3 months you can do a lot of things. It's the last 6 once the baby's a little bit more bigger.
I don't let my girl wasn't allowed to drink energy drinks. I was watching all that shit.
Yeah.
My son, we're gonna have a genius, so we don't need him
Yep.
coming out punch drunk from nothing.
Yeah, all of them, they were different. First one was nothing. That one was that one. And then the last one, nothing. No drinking, no smoking.
Okay, the 5th sport, disc golf. You ever did disc golfing?
Disc golf.
DISK golf.
What? That's just
Disc
like
golf is a co-ed sport. A lot of people play together. All of these things are no comparison to the WNBA.
wait, the best.
Okay, the disc golf, that's a fair.
Fair? Show him. He doesn't. I don't think he's seen.
Disc golf is like frisbee, but just a puck.
Have you been to Kenneth Hahn Park?
Oh,
I've been there.
Yeah.
They have disc golf at
They have
Kenneth
this-
Hahn?
Yeah.
Let me see.
yeah.
When you're done.
It's like like
Oh, shit. What happened to it?
it's like.
Yeah. Oh, really? You got to bring your own disc?
Yeah.
Where you get the disc from?
It's like
Like
a
about
frisbee.
Yeah, it's like a what's the damn sport? Discus.
Oh.
Like a discus.
But a discus is heavy, though.
It's not.
But it looks like a
it's
discus.
light.
If you doing that with a discus, it's crazy.
I think a sport you didn't mention though that would be perfect
What?
that I will allow my girl to play. Netball. Shout out to netball.
Never heard of it.
Netball is basketball with no backboard,
Okay.
and you don't dribble. You just pass, so you can't really get up close because there's no dribbling.
Okay. I've never seen that.
Yeah, netball, man.
Hey,
shout out to the Australian national
that's
netball
why.
team.
They got a national team for some shit. I always
Tony
feel like
Mike.
an idiot when something makes it to national or Olympic level and I've never heard of it. I've never heard of netball.
Netball, yeah.
Are there any legends? Do they have like a Wilt Chamberlain of netball?
I wouldn't know. I don't know. Let's see.
Did you ever think like watching the Olympics and you see like this guy like winning a gold medal for like a strange sport? It's like, man, I should have just gave up basketball earlier and I should
Yeah.
have tried an obscure sport.
And been a curling legend.
Curling legend.
You know what I mean? What is the 100-point a game in a game equivalent to curling? I wonder
Right,
what
that's
that is. I
funny.
would have been a curling legend. Would you give up being? That's a great question. Would you give up being above average at a sport you love to be the greatest ever at a sport you hate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would.
Really?
Yeah, fuck football at this point. Like, yeah, all that. It's not worth it. I mean, just the after. You know what I mean? Just the wear and tear. It's not even worth it.
So to be the greatest dart thrower of all time,
Yes.
you would
Oh
give
yeah,
up football
that's cool.
Yes.
That's fucking, being the best dart thrower.
of all time.
All time.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hit a
Also-
bullseye from a quarter mile away from the board. Like, this is how good you are.
With a flick.
You just spit on it and just. Really? So you give up filmmaking to be the greatest dart player of all time?
Oh, that's a different thing. You said sport.
Okay. Well, I'm saying something that you're good at to be the great. Would you give up something to be the greatest ever? Like, it won't be another motherfucker like you for 1,000 years type. Like the second Bible that they working on, you'd be in that. There'd be scriptures about you in the second Bible
Right.
that I know they working on and they hiding from us. It's about the internet.
The ultimate daughter, Alejandro.
What if you're the best toilet cleaner?
Ever though.
Ever.
Like you-
Nobody cleans the toilet like
Like
you.
you can get shit clean without water. Like you the first motherfucker that can get shit sanitized and immaculate with no water.
No water. Oh,
Or
you
be
would.
in the NBA and average 10 points a game for 3 years.
I'll be the ultimate toilet boiler. I hear what?
Yeah, it's all the popping, man. You know I'm the greatest at that.
Legend.
When that new Bible drop, you gonna make it if you choose this. I think when the new Bible drop, Tory Lanez is gonna make the new Bible. Speaking of Tory Lanez, what's going on with Tory Lanez?
Well, he released a new album, Patterson, from prison, recorded through the phone, audio engineering. Sounds pretty good. Sold 30,000 units first week. To be honest, I don't know how streams work, but that's what the news are saying.
That's tight. So does the money go on his books?
No, it goes to a regular account, and somebody probably puts money on his books.
That's too many people in between. He should go straight to his books.
Well, you know, that's real shit. That would be hilarious. You can't do that because them niggas in jail already be hitting you up for cash apps. You got anybody in jail that call for money all the time?
Oh, my dad. Love you, Dad.
Oh, dad's in jail right now?
Just got out, but that's the main person all the time.
Otto, what's going on? You back in jail? Yeah, man, send me $22.
Send me a package. A number 4, a 2, 2 2s and a 4. I ain't.
So this album is a sequel to Daystar, which I haven't listened to Daystar, but I hear it's a pretty dope album. Hey, man, Tory Lanez.
How you feel about why he's in jail and the?
I think he was set up. The lawyer that put him in jail has set up another artist. I keep forgetting this artist's name. There's another artist doing 5. He's been in jail for 5 years because of that same lawyer. That's what she does. She puts cases on people and tries to extort them for money. It's a cold situation, and this is unfortunate that women would allow themselves to be used in this way. Like some of these women who have been on these cases, all they have to do is tell the truth. If you just tell the truth that I didn't get my way, or we got in an argument, or just try to stop being a victim and told the truth, some of these guys wouldn't be in jail. Specifically, Tory Lanez. But there's a video of her stepping on glass that they're saying is how she really got cut on her foot. Have you seen this video?
But did his gun go off?
I think so.
I have no idea what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't know either.
That's what they say.
She could have shot the gun off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And shot her own self.
It's just highly possible.
Flex go
But the fact that he could drop, I mean, Alejandro was saying this earlier off camera. Tory Lanez shows you have no excuses. He dropped a fire project in his cell.
Fire.
In his cell. Alejandro also showed me a video of a riot breaking out while he was doing the song.
Starting the recording.
All right, tell me right. I'm right now. I gotta go up. Tell me, you ready?
Ready.
Hey, I can't say I'm the same from last year. You can see the pain inside my eyes and I can't mask it. We was cutting metal off the bunk so we could stash it. 500 on his Zella, make him do gymnastics. Seen that nigga run out to the yard and he got backflip. Crying in the cell so many nights that I got trapped in. I love him more than I got trapped in. He got another night more than I got trapped in.
You have no excuses. You know why you have no excuses? R. Kelly dropped a song in jail. He did a remake to Chris Brown's what song?
Residuals. He joined the residual challenge, nigga. Everybody out here free. Not every R&B artist, but a handful of R&B artists did they version of it, and who R. Kelly in prison decided to drop some heat, nigga, from a collect call from Robert Kelly.
Yeah.
Collect call from Robert Kelly, man. That's funny.
That's crazy. We're going to go to a quick break. When we get back, more Kraig Facts. Gawd. Oh, man, look. Tony Busby, the Houston lawyer, was denied the right to practice law in southern New York, right? Now, Tony Busby has multiple lawsuits against Diddy. He has a lawsuit against Jay-Z, accusing Jay-Z of having sex with a 13-year-old girl, which is untrue. But what he does, a part of his hustle, is he sends letters to these celebrities, accusing them of sexual improprieties and requesting an absorbent amount of money to shut up about what he says he has on. Obviously, Jay-Z didn't bite on whatever it is this dude is talking about, but I felt Jay-Z for something he said in the media. He was like, man, I'm just so glad that this thing is over with because this guy has tried to embarrass my family. He's caused trauma to my wife, my daughters, and
son.
I'm just glad this is over with. These lawyers who do this should be treated like criminals. Tony Busby, in my opinion, is a greedy criminal. There are lawyers that have been convicted of things like this, though, of extorting people.
Yeah, all lawyers are borderline because, I mean, even though they're fighting with the law, they're all about trying to make money.
Do you know who Michael Avenatti is?
Does he drive F-150? F-150s.
Out of all, I don't know why he said, does he drive? Does he drive an F-150 or so off topic?
No, F1 Formula cars.
So he represented Stormy Daniels. She was one of the women that sued Donald Trump.
Gotcha.
So he was in prison for extortion, and the case he had Nike tied into it for some reason, but he actually went to jail for something similar as to what Tony Busby is trying to do to Jay-Z, Diddy, and other celebrities. Look up Michael Avenatti.
Like poker, trying to flex. People try to flex their power.
Yeah, but he was convicted of an extortion. He represented Stormy Daniels against Donald Trump, but he was convicted in an extortion case against Nike. So I don't know the specifics of the Nike case, but look that up. Tell me what y'all think. Then another lawyer, Stephen L. Snyder. Stephen L. Snyder is a Maryland lawyer. He was convicted of attempted extortion by proposing a $25 million consulting deal with the University of Maryland. So there are lawyers who do things like what Mr. Brisby is doing and end up paying for it. Do you feel like this is unjust for someone? Because nothing hurts you more than a sexual assault allegation. So if you could prove that somebody is just accusing you of something to rattle you, so you pay them to go away, should there be repercussions for that?
That's blackmail.
It's blackmail, right?
But and the thing about the whole Diddy lawsuits is now getting ridiculous because, like, even it hit Drewski.
Right.
Yeah.
There was an allegation that he used to oil up and jump on women.
This might make this Diddy case bullshit, right?
Yeah, that thing and that OBJ was catching baby oil with one hand and putting baby oil on women. Like, once that came out, I'm like, I think Diddy's innocent.
That's what I'm saying. Look, you can be an asshole and do some things that are worthy of fucking people hating you, but that doesn't mean you're guilty of everything. It doesn't.
Right. But that doesn't mean he's not guilty, though.
I got a joke I say about Diddy. I said, Diddy,
Don't mean he's innocent either.
I said, man, it came out in the news, man. Who would ever thought Diddy was a fucking gangster?
Oh.
That's crazy. Like P. Diddy, they painting P. Diddy out to be a killer, like a savage.
King of New York.
The king of New York type guy. The way they painting Diddy, he might be the first dude to get tattooed tears over his booty hole.
Oh. Oh.
You know what I'm killing. You know what I'm killing. You know what I'm trying to kill, Playboy. Now turn around and take that. Take that. You know what I mean?
Playboy.
But you know what I'm into killing, Playboy. Stop playing with me, Playboy. Yeah, to me that's amazing, dog. They're gonna let Diddy out, man. It has to happen. I mean,
You would think, but I don't think. Like, I think enough stuff has come out to make you think, like, this case is bullshit. But they haven't let him out on bail. Says everything. They want him bad.
Yeah, I mean, they want him. I mean, shit, who knows what else that we don't know about. But even the Cassie situation, she took a deal.
Right. A big deal.
She took a deal. And then there's no audio on that footage, so we don't know. We don't know what really happened with Cassie. But
Well, P. Diddy's saying that it was edited.
Oh wow.
That's the
possible,
thing that
too.
he's claiming, that it was edited and that they took out some parts.
Was she swung on him first? If there's video of her say trying to hit him with a bat, does that justify everything that happened after?
Should. It should, but people don't care.
Yeah, people have no idea. Yeah, people don't care. Yeah, I think Diddy might walk free, man. Congratulations to Diddy when you get out, man. Start doing gospel.
And remember,
You gotta probably go to
KFacts
Thailand.
had your back.
We had your back. I've been going in for Diddy. I mean, I've been clowning at the same time, but I've definitely been cracking controversial jokes about, things.
Low key, behind closed doors, I am praying for the Combs family,
Right.
and just peace and oneness for everybody, so everybody gets that.
Hey, man, Kanye recently released like a Diddy song.
Did he?
Yeah, so Kanye's basically like mad at Kim Kardashian because she trademarked the kid's name, Northwest and all that stuff. And Kanye made a song with featuring Diddy's son, and I think like Diddy's voice, Northwest, and him. So I listened to a little bit of the song, not the whole thing, but yeah, I don't know.
That's wild shit,
That's
man.
wild.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Yeah, hey, now I got to go back and listen to the song.
When the song come out?
He just put it on his Twitter because he's not allowed to release it because of the trademark. Kim Kardashian has the trademarks to the kid's name.
Oh, that's wild. Hey, man, that's a new turn. Speaking of music, Playboi Carti just dropped a project.
Yeah, Playboi Carti, Otto's favorite new artist.
Yeah, that guy
Oh,
is-
he's been around the block for a while.
Yeah, and kill
Playboi
it.
Carti's music debuts with 139 million first day streams,
How?
which is second all time behind Certified Lover Boy.
What?
Despite not having a full day, it is the biggest of 2025 and seventh biggest of all time.
Is that real?
You rock with Playboi Carti?
Playboi Carti is strange. Playboi Carti looks like he gives me Young Thug vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's real Young Thug. It's always weird to me when New York rappers try to act like rappers from other places.
He's from Atlanta.
Oh, he's from Atlanta.
He's from
Playboi
Atlanta.
Carti's from
Yeah.
Atlanta. Okay, well, yeah, that explains the
It's like, I don't know.
the
man.
ear, the eyebrow rings, the nose rings, all the black gay vampire vibes I get from his visual. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Playboi Carti. I mean, it's not really my style of music.
That's hip hop punk. It's punk rap. Not like punk like Pete,
Hey,
Mohawks.
man, like the fans, mosh pits, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't. It don't even sound right.
He has a super big cult following. I just didn't think he would ever be this mainstream.
His music sounds like some shit that the character Vega from Street Fighter would listen to.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like something you'd fuck Chung Lee to.
It sound like the intro of Blade 1. Wesley Snipes was listening to his when Blade came in. It's crazy. Like, it's wild. I don't know, man. It's like, I ain't old. I don't know. It's just the music. It ain't.
And you didn't like the Kendrick did 3 features on the album.
That did happen. And it sounded better than Playboi Carti.
He did 3 features?
Yeah. That's strange, right?
He had time, I guess.
Both of them are doing like a strategy of just unpredictability. That's what they're like. Kendrick is now super unpredictable. You never know what the fuck he's gonna do.
Well, that's what you do when you're short and you're regular looking. You got to be unpredictable so people notice you.
Mix it
Kendrick
up.
and Playboi Carti, man, they don't stand out as far as like just on the. You get what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
stand out musically. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but I mean, shit, the bitch gonna choose the other nigga every time if it's between them and
The Uzi Vert.
they on the lower.
Playboi Carti is actually like 6'1", 6'2".
Is he? But he still has an eyebrow ring.
I don't know, man.
He has an eyebrow ring.
Yeah, but that came in the second half of his career. Like he didn't start like this.
Okay.
He started like a regular hood guy.
He was an ASAP guy.
Yeah,
So he's transformed into this vampire.
yeah.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I think that's what would help. Like, what if we turn into vampires? You know,
Hey.
could help our aura.
Just start
Becoming
drinking
more
blood.
mysterious. Start the podcast with the lights turned off.
I mean, sometimes it takes that. I get the strategy is to get the fans' attention. It's to create an illusion that something is more important than really what it really is. So I just think the most important thing, as long as the music is dope, how you play with the marketing is how you play with the marketing.
It's music for white men. That's what
I would never want to be a black artist making music that's targeted to non-black people. Like it always starts with who I am first, and then it goes to the rest of the world.
But once white people rock with you, that's when you're rich.
That's why exactly.
But white people rock with that.
That's why. That's exactly. So he's rich. I'm not mad at him being rich, but
White people like nigga shit. They love it.
he said I'm making it directly for white people.
Bro, you got to remember, hip-hop was a counterculture. They had country, they had rock and roll, and they listened to R&B. Hip-hop wasn't something that was, like, hip-hop is music now. It's the number one art form.
Mainstream, yeah.
It makes the most money.
And even like everything else that they say is pop and all that stuff, it's kind of hip hop. The way they use the drums.
Isn't that crazy how something that they did not fuck with is now how this is what they consume. There's no more Elvis. There's no more I mean,
Who's
hip-hop.
Who's the king of rock and roll right now? Is there?
Is there a king of rock and roll?
Like in the
Playboy
game?
Cardi is the king of rock and roll by statistics.
Technically? Oh, wow.
And he has an eyebrow ring.
And he paints his nails.
They rock stars.
And they caught him with a thong one time.
He's a rock star. He's not a rapper.
And this is another thing. Because, like, Kendrick has gotten a lot of flack. They've been calling him a hypocrite. Because Playboy Cardi has a kid with Iggy Azalea, and she's very outspoken that he's a neglect.
That's right. He did tag that. Sorry,
Yeah.
Nick.
But she's very vocal that he's a neglectful father. Now, there's some rumors that he also was physically abusive with some of his girlfriends or something, or maybe one, I don't know.
He got him
But
Australian.
so they're calling Kendrick a hypocrite. But what is it about an artist being not a good person that makes people fuck with them even more?
Here's the thing. See, I got to do some pushback on that because I know how bitches play. Women use children as leverage to try to control you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't let nobody control you. So when a woman has your child, she thinks that it's like having a fucking weapon. She thinks she can point that child on you like okay, now do what I want you to do. That don't make you a bad father. You understand what I'm saying? You can't use my child to control me. But and so that's why I'm weary of that comment. So he probably needs to take custody of his son. It's a boy or a girl?
Yeah. With her, I think it's a boy.
If it's a boy, I say take custody,
He's
right?
Australian. He's in Australia. Yeah, get him back to the States, man.
Yeah, get him out here.
Iggy Azalea doesn't live in Australia.
Her mama do. Her mama do.
You should be able to sue for slander. If a woman
because,
says
like,
that about you.
The rumor is when she was giving birth that he was playing PlayStation with Little Uzi Vert.
Really?
So I told you, same.
It's a known rumor. I don't know if this shit is facts or not, because you know how rumors are and then they stick to people.
So not fucking with you, that means he don't fuck with her like that.
No, he don't fuck with her. Like, because people spam her saying like, oh, when he's going to drop the next album? And she's like, he doesn't talk to us.
Really?
Yeah, dang, why you do Iggy like that, man? Dang.
And not talking to how old is the baby?
Tripping.
See, women don't even choose right. She's supposed to choose the more dominant male to have a baby with. Out of fucking Swaggy P and Izzy, I think it would be
Swaggy P, man. He tricked that one off.
Yeah.
But he probably, he probably was rebound. She probably got pregnant off the rebound after losing Nick.
Right.
Threw everything in the trash.
5 years old, 4 or 5.
Yep.
Damn, that baby, that's all that motherfucker in school now.
Yep.
Is that the only child she has?
I think so.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's it.
Damn, shout out to Iggy Azalea. She must have some
Good snapback.
Interesting ways to look at life. Yeah. Hey, Playboy Cardi, dope album. Take care of your kids. Gawd.
One quick thing about it. One last thing about the Playboy. Kanye West is not happy that he got left out of the album. And he's extremely mad that Kendrick is on the album 3 times. He even tweeted, "I don't like Kendrick Lamar's music. He raps very good, but I didn't need to hear him on Cardi's album."
Because he did all the beats.
He produced a lot of it, and then he's blaming you-know-who people for him not being put on the album because it's Universal Music.
Hey, well, I mean, that's the game you playing, Kendrick. You disrespecting them folks. Man, you got to be ready for that fight. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Wait, so did Kanye produce any of the songs that Kendrick's on?
I think I've heard that he produced Backdoor,
Huh.
which is the second song that,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
Backdoor, huh?
Yay. I'm sorry, yay. Back door? Why not be front door? Why not be back door?
Hey, yeah, you know what type of fight you in for, buddy. You bringing this shit on yourself. I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm just saying, hey, man, stick to your guns if that's what you believe, right or wrong. Just make sure that's the field you're willing to die on. Not saying you're going to die on that field, but don't expect this brother to compromise whatever his goals are to further your objectives, unless he told you he was going to do that. But you can't be disappointed in what another man chooses to do with his album. Unless you own some of the album, then that's different.
That part.
Playboy Cardi.
Likes to party.
Gawd.
Siege monstrosities.
You hate criticism. You let a man cartwheeled and punch you and said you wasn't living with him. They show out around you, won't do a thing about it. Thugging and harmonizing, watch them sing about it. You have a white mind. You think blacks are lazy and mix in Kool-Aid with they white wine. And that's the thing about it, can't even talk to you. Ghost of a real nigga, watch me walk through you. You fight your girl, man, cuss out the mailman. Go to jail and become a trail van. And that's the thing about it, God dropped you a breath mint out the sky, said take this, and I'll think about it. You a bitch ninja, you a bitch ninja. You know what you do. Probably fuck around and try to kick ninjas. You a bitch ninja, you a bitch ninja. You know what you do. Probably fuck around and try to kick ninjas. You a bitch ninja, you a bitch ninja. You know what you do. Probably fuck around and try to kick ninjas. You a bitch ninja, you a bitch ninja. You know what you do. Probably fuck around and try to kick. I'm telling you, he's trained. And I know what you'll say. You run way back over there and say shit's happening today. The money, the ops, the drop. But I ain't no dope dealer and I ain't running from no cops. And why should I? I'm so hard to find. A spy had to hire a private eye, cause I'm a private guy. Nobody knows where I live, not even my kids. They have stains on their hearts, it's blood on the bib. Your mother went against my wishes. Aside from high, she was good for the dishes and to buy some fries. Call me when you can dunk, cause I'm a punk. Though I'm not a good father, I'ma need my chunk. You a bitch ninja, you a bitch ninja. You know what you do. Probably fuck around and try to kick ninjas. You a bitch ninja, you a bitch ninja. You know what you do. Probably fuck around and try to kick ninjas. You a bitch ninja, you a bitch ninja. You know what you do. Probably fuck around and try to kick ninjas. You a bitch ninja, you a bitch ninja. You know what you do. Probably fuck around and try to kick ninjas.
Cool. Shout out to Barry Wallace, man. I did his weekend. So we sold out 4 shows. Nate Jackson.
Great weekend.
It's a great weekend, man. Daphne. Hopefully me and Daphne get back straight one day. She be smiling with me. It be fake, like she don't fuck with me. If you really think about it, Daphne, you have no reason not to fuck with me. I never put out to the world the conversation that put us where we are, but I got nothing but love and respect for your artistry. But one day, hopefully we could be cool again. You know what I'm saying?
One day.
Because I know she don't fuck with me, right?
Whole game.
She be, you know how a motherfucker give you that smile and then start fucking with everybody around you?
Yeah.
Like, you fuck with this nigga? Like, I ain't did nothing to you, baby girl. I'm a fan.
Yeah, who else was in the building? KP?
CP. Yeah, KP is a different dude.
Yes, that's the other dude with the constant. Okay, with the constant.
That's the casting couch dude. Yeah, that's the dude. KP, the little dude with big desires. KP was the type of dude that he make his mama send him naked pictures before he give her a birthday gift.
Yeah,
you heard about all his drama?
No.
He said, Mama, well, if you want this Christmas card, you know what I'm gonna want.
Who else? Who had on the highlighter outfit? Memphis.
Memphis Will, man, one of the great
Shout out
comedians,
Memphis Will.
man. Memphis Will. It's two comedians. When I first started doing comedy, I started fucking with them. One is AD, and the secondly is Memphis Will. The first show I ever did was at AD's spot. The second show I ever did was at Memphis Will's show. He used to host a Monday night at the Comedy Union. Memphis Will is a dog on that stage, man. Yeah. Chris Spencer, the legend.
Chris Spencer. Shout out to Chris Spencer.
I'm trying.
Hosted. He
hosted. Yeah, Chris Spencer, man. Just a comedy Jedi.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could describe it. He's been doing it so long.
On all levels, on all facets, on stage, behind the stage, on paper, on all levels. Shout out to Chris Spencer, man.
Top tier dude, for
You
real.
go to the show on Saturday.
I was here at the show on Saturday. Hey, man, that shit was amazing.
He was on
man.
show on Saturday.
So what happened was, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing this fast, right? You know what I mean? Eat one day and don't eat the next day. And I ain't been drinking in a
You
long.
don't eat nothing the whole day?
The whole day.
How's it been working?
So on Saturday,
It was low energy.
I had 3 drinks. And I ain't been drinking.
But you can't drink. Oh, you can't even drink water?
No, I drink water. I drink water, tea, or coffee.
What about no herbs or nothing?
Nothing extra. Just keeping it basic.
So you're doing a water fast.
No, if it gets too bad, I'll eat some vegetables. But that's just the day. So the day I'm not eating. Days I eat, I'll eat regular, or I cut back on certain things. But I'll eat meals on the day I eat. And the day I'm not eating, nothing. Just water, tea, or coffee. Maybe some sea moss tablets.
Yeah.
But so, man, I drank some. Had a couple of horchatas, man, and
Nigga, that ain't the fast.
No, I broke the fast. What fucked me up because I broke the fast. Because I was at the ice house having a good time. Like, okay, all the homies here. It's a good show. It's Barry. Hey, it's Barry Wilds' birthday. Why not? Okay, you know what I mean. I wanted to support. So I mean, I didn't have to buy a drink. I had to pay for nothing. I'm like, I know. Let me pay my money. I bought a drink, and then the homie bought me another one, and then I bought another one. And somehow, somewhere during Kraig's second set, I just passed out.
Oh, you were asleep during my set. Oh, that's cold. I ripped that second set, yeah.
Yeah, but I got footage too because I'm over capturing footage for the homie, you know what I'm saying? So
So that's the only thing that happened this weekend.
As far as like
as far as what?
For you in the show, you just fell asleep?
Oh, other than that, it was all entertainment. It was life of the party before that. But then part of it, I didn't even know I missed it. I mean, I thought I just closed my eyes for a little bit. I woke up and Memphis was doing his song, and I jumped right up and started dancing to Memphis's intro. But when I looked back at the footage, Kraig was telling a joke. I scanned for the audience, and all of a sudden my head just nodded over, and the camera just went sideways. And was still.
You got your footage and you falling asleep.
Yeah, it was just staring at 2 ladies eating food, and then, yeah. But great night.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool, man. It
Great
was
4 shows, man.
Great 4 shows. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that was top tier, man.
Yeah, I missed the second shows on Sunday because I was asked to stay home. But it's okay. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? It's all, we still good. I mean,
I'm confused. Today's Sunday.
I'm sorry, Friday and Saturday.
Okay,
Yeah.
see.
Friday and
One
Saturday.
thing y'all got to know about Otto that you don't know is Otto is a real partier. If you ever party with Otto, he gonna be the life of the party. He gonna dance with all the women. He's getting the party started. Otto is really like a 70s nigga that was born too late. He would have been like a great member of Earth, Wind and Fire.
I would have been on Soul Train.
Yeah, he'd been on Soul Train.
You're the person that brings the lube to the orgy.
Yeah, I mean, if you put it like that, I mean, that keeps it going, ain't it? I mean, the orgy already was cracking before. Everyone just lying on the bed ain't doing nothing. So I bring the lube. Everybody let them live. You know what I'm
Otto is authenticity. Some people who get rubbed wrong by although, sometimes people aren't. Dan, you said authenticity, just somebody that's comfortable just being themselves.
Yeah, and genuine. I'm genuine.
But here's
No
the thing
harm.
about being authentic, though. Now that we speak of it, because there are people who are fundamentalists, right? Fundamentalists are people who do things a certain way, and the orthodoxy or the regimented style of thinking. Sometimes, when confronted with people who are comfortable being their authentic selves, can cause a little bit of friction. But the thing about somebody who's a true fundamentalist and open-minded, and somebody who's authentic, is once they butt heads and then they figure, oh, we on the same page, it's cool. But then you get those people who aren't comfortable being themselves, or who are driven by what other people think, or who are driven by a false sense of self, and they think they're better than people. They think they're above things. They often have big conflict with people like Aldo or me. You know what I'm saying? Because they're looking for somebody to conform to what they think it should be. And that's not how this shit work.
Yeah, man. Life ain't like that.
You know what I'm saying? Life ain't like that. Sometimes the weirdest niggas, you know what I'm saying, grind the best diamonds.
Yeah.
Who's the weirdest person you've had the pleasure of meeting, where you're like, man, this is the strangest?
In person.
Like Otto is up there.
For real?
I don't know if you rank number one. I don't think you rank number one, but you're up there.
Damn. Okay. Wow, man.
Why?
It took me a second to kind of like get your comedy.
To catch it. Okay.
But
yeah.
like once I got it, it's like, okay, like, like you create a reaction, You have a lot of people reacting in the comments.
Because somebody's always watching.
Yeah.
You guys always got to be on.
It takes an emotional toll on you as a man when you're too conscious of what other people think and you care. It starts to break you down. It starts to break down your fabric. It starts to break down the things that make you who you are. Because if you give those things too much importance, like what people think of you, it takes you out of yourself. And it'll put you in a place where you start questioning who you are, and are you good enough, and why am I here, and why am I doing this? And these are questions that every dope artist asks themselves anyway. These are internal conversations we all have when we're by ourselves. Even after you do a project like some of the dope shit you be doing, I know sometimes you look at yourself and you get anxieties like, damn, do I belong? Is this what I should be doing? And those are inner dialogues that we all have to be dope. But then there are other people who have that internal conflict, but they get off on creating that dilemma in you. And they'll say things and position themselves to create that in you because they need somebody to fail around them in order to feel like they're above that person. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're talking
Have
about.
you ever had like this person, right? You start talking to them and like, oh, and then you kind of told them like, oh, I have to do this thing. It's like, oh, like basically you got a job, you got a new opportunity that you need to prep for. You cannot do this. But then you can hear it in the tone of their voice that they're like kind of distraught that you're doing stuff. You're like,
Right.
oh, you got this? Oh,
Yeah,
Right.
because their whole perception was they already measured you on a certain scale. Like, okay, I know I'm better than this person by far, and then it's like then you find out, oh, damn, you've been doing your work. You got your degree. Shit, before me. Oh, damn. Now they question themselves like, damn, am I good? What's wrong with me? If this person,
Right.
you know what I mean, achieves and I haven't achieved, I know I'm better than them.
You know, it's a funny thing you say that because even really good people do that. Because you can look, here's the thing about life is 8 billion people, 8 billion different realities. So, and then there's timing. So you may get around somebody and what they're doing is working for them. And it's working really well. It's working at an elite level. But what you want to do, this is the timing part, what you want to do may be leaps and bounds above what they're doing, but what you want to do hasn't gotten to a point where it's ready for the world, or it hasn't gotten to a point where it's on a level where somebody in their position is going to give it the amount of respect it deserves because they may be a little bit further off than you or a lot further off than you in something else that they're doing. You get what I'm saying? So what happens is if you become too emotionally invested in what people think, people are going to compare themselves to you at their level. If I'm a millionaire and you're 100-aire, 1,000-aire, and you're doing something that ain't working as well as what I'm working, you know, sometimes we give them type of motherfuckers too much power. Sometimes you just gotta keep hitting that fuck it button and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it and keep going, because I always use this example. I got a homie that's probably worth $150 million. So my dude, one time I asked the nigga, I said, hey, if you had, what I said, if you had $100,000, what would you do to make that $1 million? And do you know what he told me? What? He told me I would get a job and work really hard and save all my money and then invest it once I saved my money. I said, that's some great advice. But that ain't what you did, nigga. You didn't work no 9-to-5 job and save all your money, bro. You played 15 years in the NBA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could have told me, hey, you got 100? I got an investment guy for you. Take this money over to this dude. He's gonna invest it and help you do this, or he'll educate you on that. He didn't give me no game on how to get to that next level. You know what I'm saying?
What if basketball was his 9-to-5 though?
And that's when I had to realize, just because a motherfucker got a lot of money don't mean they know how to make money. Some people inherit money. Some people do things or in career fields where it makes a lot of money, so they have a lot of money, but they don't know how to make nothing out of something for real. They have a talent that was worth a lot of money, but if they had to get that shit without that talent, they would have never got it.
Right.
So some people just fall into positions and fall into things that that just pay well. But that don't mean they know how to make bread. You know what I'm saying? If you're born 7 feet tall and go to the NBA, you don't know how to make money. You just know how to be 7 feet tall, and you chose a career path that makes money. But you don't necessarily, you can't go turn 10,000 into 100 racks like I've done a few times in my life. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you just got to do what you do, man. It's gonna be weird to niggas throwing comedy shows to come up. Doing fucking what you do?
Yeah. I mean, but I realized that a long time ago. And I realized that a long time ago. And then just as long as people were laughing, people were entertained, that's all that matters.
Right.
Those who don't get it, they'll get it.
Because this field, the entertainment, like the 1%, the 5%, it's a lot of money there. Man. But everything else
is us. We got to get to that 1%.
Barren land.
Man, people have no idea. They have no idea. Just fighting for bullshit, scraps. You can't let that shit stun your creativity, though, or stun it. That's the problem I have. If you guys watching, you know, you got to separate your personal life. If you're an artist and you're watching, you got to separate your personal life from your artistry, man. Don't let people crowd it.
But let's not look at it like that. Niggas is fighting for scraps. Niggas is fighting for seeds.
Niggas is fighting for seeds.
And the 1%, they got the tree, so they got all the seeds, and everyone's fighting for to get a seed, and hopefully your seed's gonna grow. Everybody's seed, you can still fight, everybody get the seed, but your seed, you can still plant your seed and water it, and it may not grow like somebody else is gonna grow.
Well, Anthony Mackie kind of went viral for having a controversial take that working hard doesn't necessarily give you, success. That some people are just picked.
Right.
I 100% agree. I mean, there's an error in what he said, in my opinion, because Anthony Mackie made it the traditional way. You know, shout out to Anthony Mackie. He's a super talented actor, one of my favorites for sure. He didn't really have access to what we have access to. He auditioned and was picked, you know what I'm saying, and deservedly so. But with social media and intellectual property, IP, you can actually create different things that you could flip and make bread off of outside of the traditional Hollywood way. But being picked at that level by the powers that be, that's the way. I mean, that's the way to the huge bread for sure. But I mean, his outlook on things really surprised me. You know what I'm saying? It was it was actually refreshing to see that there is a man type of man, you know, like a blue collar thinking guy in the position that he's in, because it's a common thought that you got to be a certain way to make it. You got to be a feminine dude. You got to conform to the Illuminati rigmarole, whatever that is, giving up your booty, you know, and it don't seem like he's that type of dude, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Anthony Mackie for giving us real men hope out here who like to be and work in entertainment. We don't have to be a fun boy to get to the goal.
No, you don't.
Because I'm done with it if that's the, like, what would you do? Say, you want to be Spielberg, but you got to go in that back room with Philip.
That would be hard.
Yeah, I'll be at the community theater still working.
Respect.
I would quit. I mean, like, yeah, you can't. I'll pass, but I'll still be doing the art, just not on that stage.
What if somebody gave you $10 million, but you can no longer do art?
No art?
No art. Untaxable, a bag of $10 million. Like, but
under my name?
Yeah, but like it's a, I guess, a magical type of thing that once you start doing art, it vanishes.
Oh man, I'm probably not gonna do it. I'm probably gonna turn the 10 mil down.
Don't lose it by accident. You just can't, because automatically create art. Like, put a pencil, a pad, and a pen in my hand. I'm gonna start doodling and drawing. That's art.
You just become a dull, bland, just
like,
person.
I guess you can record your raps, but you can never release them. You can never upload anything else to your YouTube. Like,
shit.
That's it.
Fuck it.
If I took the 10, but you're saying magically it takes away the ability to even do this shit.
No, you can do it. You can decide to do something, and then the money's gone.
You gotta be the greatest accountant in the world.
You can post on your social media, but it has to be photos of your kid, watching basketball, like the Kraig Smith, Kraig Facts, all that, gone.
What's the difference between that and, like, well, I guess you take the talent away completely, but you know, you get artists who work their whole career, build a catalog, and just sell it when they get old. What's the difference?
They become investors or traders, or investors, or businessmen.
They sell it like, you say you own 20 houses, they got albums, they sell all the right to their albums. Lil Wayne did it, $100 million.
But he's still showing up to do shows.
Yeah, he's still creating new music. So let's say, do you think you've created your opus yet?
No.
So you, like, it's today. So that opus, that thing you want to be remembered for?
Yeah. It's over with. Yeah.
Over with. But you're rich.
You got to be an accountant. Shit. Might as well. Just focus on the money.
That's something to think about.
Buy some real estate.
Yeah, you're an accountant. Shit, man. That's the only boring job that you can really, help you.
Without your creativity, you're just white.
Bland.
That's what separates us from, white folks in this country, is the fact that we had nothing, no opportunity, and then we created these cultures, these industries, these genres from our minds. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And now they're billion-dollar industries. Hip-hop, stand-up comedy wasn't a thing before us. Go ahead.
No, just right. You're white, right?
You're white.
And that's what the white people do. So, you're right. If I can't create anything, I'll just hire a bunch of motherfuckers who can and make money off of them like the white man.
I can't rap, but I started rapping. Does it take away my ability? Does it take away my ability to recognize when somebody's dope too?
No.
Oh, then I'll take the money and just find me.
You're just like, basically, I wouldn't, like, you're a Suge Knight at this point.
Yeah.
I do that.
You're a behind the scenes person,
Yes.
but you will never be known for being an artist. You might be known for being a great executive.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
But as far as your acting, comedy, rap,
At the age I am now too,
yeah.
I'm cool. I'll take the 10 mil. Look, man, let me tell you something. No matter how dope you are at something, there's always going to be somebody that thinks you're trash. Me being a light-skinned black male, I'll give you my example. It's a down south culture. I got so many fans and people I love down south. But one thing that's still prevalent down south is the colorism shit, the light-skinned, dark-skinned shit. It's some people I ran across just because I'm light-skinned, they think I'm going to be corny or I'm a sucker and I'm a square and I got to recalibrate them. Like, nigga, Dad, I don't know who the fuck you grew up around, but I'm not that nigga. So what I'm saying is, no matter how dope your artistry is, there's always going to be somebody that thinks you're garbage. Let me give you the craziest thing about the dopest artists. They fight that battle in their heads about being garbage. I think that's why some people say that, because they know that that's something that every artist goes through. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why you get these artists who are cocky and have a crazy persona, and you thinking the more eccentric and way out a person is, the more insecure they are. Like a Kanye West, as confident as he is, he's a very insecure man, right? But the things he does, he's so dope, his dopeness overrides that. And that's where he gets his confidence, is he's confident enough to be like, I'm doper than how insecure I feel.
To take big risk.
So people who are always out there constantly talking about who's trash, who's garbage, who's not, who can't do this, who could do that, those are the insecure. Those are the people who could have been dope, but their insecurity is stronger than how dope they could be. And so they take it out on everything around them that reminds them of how much of a coward they are.
And that just stunts their greatness.
Period.
Yeah. You have nothing to offer. You're the flattery guy. You're not a man, you sold your car when your battery died. You bribed your bride with a Bible ride. Now God's in her heart and you're on the outside. I done had friends be like, I'ma go with who I barely know, cause they watered me with compliments so I barely grow. When you addicted to that dopamine, the hit is low. You the greatest, it's a payment and it's criminal. I'm Langston Hughes, without the dudes. Life is a bitch, I played her smooth. Fell out with a friend, not a bad nigga, but since he never had a dad, nigga, he looked at vulnerabilities like he had niggas. Talking straight back, bite you. Theme park price you. A slew of them might do's, a crew of them like you. Here's a mirror, it's clearer that you wanna fight you.
You know they gentrified this neighborhood, right? He's not from around here.
In a fight for your life, all is right.
Shit has changed.
You don't. What you do. In a fight for your life, all is right.
You still banging, you Confederate soldier. You know you've killed more of us than they have. Ain't no score when you black and you poor. You'll kill a nigga then spend your money with A-Rap, and that ain't right. It's more to a young and that ain't life. What are your wishes? Subpar star emissions, and that ain't pipe. Blowing smoke from your blase life. Running amok and doubling up on they cash. That ain't yours. Something open and that ain't doors. Just a cup of Flint water. Can't fall for old boy shit. Pimp starter.
Don't be giving up trust if you in a rush, not they back.
Basic rule that can take a basic view and make it capable. And that's not a stretch. Store trips without the note on your chest. Be democratic, take two and we can vote on the rest. The boat or the jet, money's made of sick animals. We should go to the vet.
You know they gentrified this neighborhood, right?
You don't. What you do.
He's not from around here.
In a fight for your life, all is right.
Shit has changed.
You don't. What you do. In a fight for your life, all is right.
I read a comment a couple months ago. Somebody commented on Corey's page. I can't watch Kraig's show because I just feel like he's just having conversations about stuff he's going through, and I don't want to hear that type of shit. Well, okay, if you don't want to hear it, I get it. But why the fuck you commenting on that on somebody on 5150 if you don't fuck with me?
I just had to let everybody know that I don't really want to listen to that shit. Like,
right.
You could have kept it yourself. You could have sent a memo, email. He made a point to let everybody know how he felt about it. And that's a plus. That's a win too.
Right. I mean, it's always. I mean, you know, when you, it's always gonna be somebody that thinks you're garbage, man. You know, I've been, you know, the mental games that people lose to themselves, they play with other people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah.
Does it matter? I'm trash. Okay, I'll be trash. I'll be trash for a year. It's crazy.
Do negative comments affect you?
Sometimes.
Here and there.
Sometimes.
Just make me work harder.
When I'm not in, like I'm not on my square. But if I'm on a square, nothing bothers me. Like no negative comment, nothing really bothers me. But if I'm like, did he really mean that? Like sometimes like that came from like deep. That wasn't just words just thrown out. That seemed like you really meant that shit. Sometimes, yeah.
It's a power hijack. People want you to feel like people that have no power sometimes want you to. They want people to feel like they're looking for people to feel like you need to prove yourself to me. Because you haven't proven yourself to you, I need to make somebody else feel like they have to prove themselves to me. So it always starts with the name calling or the corralling of groups of people. I need to feel important. I need my opinion to matter. So, you know, let's start some controversy somewhere. I don't like him because of this. Okay, you don't like me because of this. Well,
does this develop on the playground?
I think it does happen in childhood. I think it comes from neglect. It comes from neglect.
Did you experience that as a kid? Like, you know, just kids on the playground and roasting, you know, dynamics, you know, you see this person is more popular around the kids or some people, you know what I mean? Like this person may get bullied more or no?
Yeah, everybody experiences that. But I wasn't on the wrong end of it.
It was all in Spanish though?
I get, depending where I was. But usually, you know, I'm not because you know the butt of the joke. I never been the butt of the joke. Right. But I know a few people who are the butt of the joke.
Well, let me ask you. So here's the thing. Have you ever picked up on someone trying to make you the butt of the joke?
I guess sometimes, but it always fails because I don't give a fuck.
So there's a difference between somebody joking with you, giving you a hard time, and then trying to make you the butt to fulfill something, right? There are people who need foils. Somebody they can foil. That's an energy source that they can use to fill a void. They need little me's around. So they chip at motherfuckers around them and they pick away at your confidence because they need you to need them. That's a very subtle thing. Go ahead.
I've experienced that.
I've experienced it a lot.
I've had friends, so-called friends, family friends like that, and you know, take them with a grain of salt. And over time, you may accept people for who they are, and people do change. But yeah, I've experienced that. I used to use the step and fetching technique, and just kind of play dumb sometimes, and let people think that they really think that they know what they're doing. But I'm well aware of everything is going down.
Some people
keep receipts.
Some people need foils, bro. It's like normally the foil is the biggest threat. So
Reynolds wrap.
That's a great fucking analogy. But you know, people who need foils, they'll focus on somebody who has something they want, and then they'll try to undermine everything around that person so they can consume it. That person's a liar. That person's a cheater. That person, you know, I'm saying the person that they want the thing from, they'll put those qualities on them and they'll turn them into the foil because they feel like if everything in that person's environment isn't taking them serious and looks at that person as less than now, that they can step in and consume whatever that person's power is. You know, that's like an actual tactic. That's a real thing.
It's a real thing. That's
a real motherfucking thing. It's an interesting thing too because it's a progressive thing that you pick up on, but you sometimes we overlook the plot and seeing that this person has an end game to what they're doing. They're trying to destroy the fabric and the integrity of a situation that they view me being in control of. And once you realize it'd be a year or two, you're like, I've been letting this motherfucker get away with so much shit, bro. I've been letting this motherfucker get away with so much shit. Then you start looking, and instead of it just being like one or two things, you got a book of shit to flip through on the motherfucker now. And you really did it to yourself. You really did it to yourself because you thought at first you just laughed it off when you was with your girl and he used to try to clown you in front of your girl. You thought that, oh, it's funny, and you just bagging with him. But you always want to do this when I got my bitch with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you thought it was harmless that he met somebody through you, and now he starts showing up to that motherfucker's house without you. He barely know him. You thought they just clicking. You're not knowing that this nigga's trying to undermine your friend group.
Right.
He's trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You thought it was nothing.
Right.
You know, so it's like you start overlooking shit. Then you start like, oh, wow. Now this motherfucker wants to
eat at the same restaurants I eat at.
Oh, okay.
Motherfucker tipping the same waitresses that I tip.
Oh, we got a lot in common. And then the motherfucker starts saying shit to you like, we're just alike. Nigga, we're nothing alike. I mean, you get what I'm saying? It's like, oh,
I had like a person, like, you know, it's like, okay, we're going to work on this thing together, right? This project, like, this is the guy. So he got the phone number of like somebody I work under on. But he's working through me.
Right.
You know? So he answers to me. He doesn't answer to him.
Right.
And then like he asks for what we're doing, and I tell them what we're doing. And then he goes and texts the other person asking what we're doing.
Right.
Making me look like.
Here's what you got to understand about that, because this happened to me a lot, is they're leveraging your reputation. So anything that happens negatively, out of whack, if anything doesn't go right, it's your reputation that's on the line. That's why you got to fight for your reputation at all costs. You got to be willing to kill, literally and figuratively, for your reputation, because it's something that you build. It's a trust that you build within yourself, and it's a trust that you build with those around you that you respect, and it's something that's a structure that you can keep building on for life. When you build relationships, but some people don't look at relationships like that. They don't cherish them. So they'll destroy them. And what they'll do is when they get around shit that you've built that they can leverage through your reputation, they treat it like it's a hustle. Now they with somebody that you've been knowing 20 years. They barely know him. You kick it with him once a week, once every 2 weeks. This motherfucker over that nigga house 7 days a week. That ain't because that's where he wants to be. He's trying to figure you out. How can he consume something that you've built? It's a robbery. And it don't seem like it, because as humans, we have human rights. We're supposed to be good to each other. We're supposed to be loving and supporting. But there are some people who are not capable of receiving love. They're only capable of they're not capable of giving love. They're only capable of taking love, not even receiving it. Because to receive something, you have to be open to what somebody else is offering. But when you take it, you're just there to take it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just about what I want.
Right.
And it's hard to decipher who these people are, because they play on your insecurities. They play on your insecurities. And when I say insecure, it don't have to be like no bitch ass shit.
It's shit that you take pride in.
It's shit that you take pride in. That's the foil. That's how you can become the foil and you don't even know.
Aluminium.
Now when you walk up the hallway, they looking at you. He's talking to people around you, and he's saying shit like, this nigga crazy. Look at this nigga. This nigga don't know what the fuck he doing. This nigga.
This nigga over here.
He didn't say that last year. Look what he said today. Look, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy, because it's all based on self-hate. But the doper you are, the more you're going to experience these types of things. Yeah. I'm telling you, dog. It's
Before somebody pat you in the back and say, man, good job. You see all that. And you might at times question yourself. And
that's why Suge Knight was the way he was. You have to be how Suge Knight was in the 90s in order to make it in this business. You have to be willing to hang a nigga off the balcony. You got to be willing to you got to be willing to be confrontational.
Slap a
people
motherfucker
gonna think
just just slap a nigga in front of a room full of people. Just slap a nigga.
Because niggas will play with you. Let me do this and see what he'll do.
Yeah.
This niggas playing with me all the time. Niggas play with you. Niggas will steal your ideas outright. in front of your face because they want to see how you're going to respond. But what you got to understand about visionaries is, look, man, if I put something out into the world, I'm already miles ahead of that. I was doing whatever I'm doing now was a plan I had 5 years ago.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So that's how you got to look at it. Like when people start stealing and undermining shit, you just got to remember this is my plan. They're in my plan trying to figure out how to beat me in something that I put together.
It's all mine.
So it don't even matter. You're helping me further my shit. You're not stopping anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Shout out to Dina Boy.
Dina Boy.
So like we did Dina Boy and Dina Girl clothing back in like 2006, 7, 8, 9. Long, solid run. And then kind of things fell apart internally a little bit. And then it inspired everybody. Everybody wanted the gear. Everybody's rapping about Dina Boy stuff, Dina Girl stuff on their songs. And then niggas got smart and started doing their own things, but all inspired from Dina Boy. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Passing the Classic, Made in Dina, even these Dina shit. But it's all this was already done already. We was doing this already. Yeah. So I look at it like, okay, I'm not mad. It's all mine anyway. It's all part of my bigger plan anyway.
Yeah, shout out to Dina Boy. Yeah, can't nothing stop you out there, young man and young woman. But just know, man, sometimes people try to make you the foil. You know, you can put a stop to things without being loud. You know what I mean? Because all the bullshit gonna burn out. The bullshit, all the trends come and go. Don't be a part of the trend. Be aware of the trends. Take what you can from the trends. But as long as you got your shit written out and you got a plan and you execute, you're going to be all right. You may not get picked, like Anthony Mackie said, but if you pick yourself, I mean, just realize picking yourself,
still in the game.
You're still in the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're still in the game. As long as you're in the game, you can win. God, God, God. When we get back, more Kraig Facts. God! What's up, y'all? We had a short show today, man. I got a few stand-up shows this weekend. This is about an hour and some change show. We'll be back strong next week, man. I appreciate you guys' resilience and always supporting. Make sure you listen to those Chill With Us albums. Watch Kraig Facts. And, purchase the merch. And if I owe you something, get it from Gawd.
Where they get the merch?
And go to the website.
What website?
The website is thekraigsmith.store. Go to thekraigsmith.store, purchase the website. We got a bunch of cool stuff coming, bunch of cool stuff on the way. Make sure you donate to the Cash App $Bullyfoot. If I owe you something, get it from Gawd or his brother Godric. God.
That nigga Boo sprinkled garbage in his blunt.
That nigga look like a nice ass shoe. I joined a weightlifting game called the Spotters.
Boo got real dirt on his toothbrush.
Y'all hear David Arnold. Y'all give us David Arnold looking at. This motherfucker.
Old ass Boo broke a promise to Sam Cooke. Nigga, Boo, the only nigga that can see is goatee. You can see that motherfucker.
You look like a beast bum doctor.
Beast bum doctor. Hey, your family gave up on you, nigga.
I know they did.
You go a whole day with no text or voicemail notification. If I knock on Doughboy's refrigerator, a family of hams would answer.
These are fire. I have to have these.
The leopard joints?
I just gotta find a shirt that matches.
You ain't gonna find nothing in here that matches them shoes, bro. And why you gotta get a whole fit every time we go out?
Every morning I bathe and get fresh. And every afternoon I bathe my wardrobe and get fresher. I get fresh daily.
This nigga said bathe my wardrobe.
I'm gonna start with a little bit of history. I got a cousin. He was born sick. He has an ailment, very rare disease. He can't shit without coming. was about to behave. You can't shit without coming. When you go to the bathroom, it sounds like a good time and a bad time at the same time.
You know what I'm saying? But he ain't
no nonsense.
Yeah, he no nonsense. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I love about him. Shout out to Eddie Griffin.
Great.
Eddie Griffin, man, what up, boy? We about to motherfucking find a way. We gonna find a way. We gonna do some
He
shit.
can sing too, right? Y'all can be the two Temptations too. Eddie and Corey.
Hey, James. Nah, don't spend it all in one place.
Come on, Kraig. You always playing with my money, man. What's up?
Nah, I pay you too much money for you to be broke.
Broke where, man? You see these off-whites? What's up, Kraig? Come on.
I see him, man. If you dropped your wallet in the strip club, the bitches would put their clothes back on. Son, I apologize. The system took me away from you.
You guilty. 8 years.
What?
It looks like his nose bleed when he get frustrated.
You're pissing me off, man. Fucking bullshit. This is bullshit.
Love you, yo, fuck with. She's a lesbian.
Right.
She's a stud, and I love her with all my heart. But she doesn't like black women, and I called her a hypocrite for that. She said, "You're a hypocrite. How you a black woman? You don't like black women?"
Book Capone just phoned me and told me you're caught up in the Gatrix. We have a way out. No, CP, really, here's the thing, man. I have a story to tell you about a man with paranoid eye syndrome. CP, I can't look at you without thinking somebody's standing behind me.
I don't do drugs no more, so I think the best how for me, because it made my nose bleed and I had to stop.
That's the first time I didn't believe your lying ass nigga. That's the first time.
You serious? You gonna tell me some shit like that right now?
Man,
Why try to hear that shit, man? Come on and give me
come on, man. You look like you got a passport full of food stamps, man.
What?
I'm from Pasadena, California. You know, shout out to Dina, the west side of Dina.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's where I'm from. And yeah, I'm a rapper / comedian.
What do you call it when a bag of heroin signs an ecstasy pill to a recording contract?
Kraig, what you got?
A drug deal. Today we trying yogurt toast?
Yogurt toast.
Yogurt toast.
I wonder what that's gonna be like.
It's toast with yogurt on it.
Oh man, toast with cum on it?
It should be incredible. You know, you like trying new things, man. And when I caught you sharing one cigarette with 4 niggas,
This birthed the s'more. Before Hershey's, they wasn't doing s'more.
That is what keeping them in business. I couldn't think of it. That's the only reason Hershey's is in business.
That's true. Just put campfires on the map. Hershey's almonds.
Didn't campfires.
Oh yeah, this is what put the campfires on the map.
Open the package, you better
you a part of a beatbox orchestra. What's the name of the orchestra? Wish we was bigger. People of this esteemed courtroom, today I want to talk about intent, purpose. I want to prove to you that 90s rap was far more dangerous than this pansy hip hop we have now. You dig?
I've been spending the last 20 minutes drawing a tiny little horse instead of writing down notes. That's how little I care about you.
Well, that's great. We can hop on that little horse and we can ride it to a deal.
I like your attitude, but unfortunately that doesn't match up with the numbers here, and there's not much I can do with a credit score of 3. Your credit score is 1 higher than the number of testicles I have, Kraig. That's not acceptable if you want to buy a fucking skateboard.